think we're good. Welcome chat. Welcome chat to the first of a series of RPG games that Cyber will be playing for your enjoyment. So there's a bunch of I'm playing on a PSP first and foremost. Anyway, welcome in everybody. Nice to see you. We're playing on a PSP. This is I wanted to well, I've been posting about it on my social media and asking people, hey, what game should I get? I've been saying, hey, you know, what's good in the neighborhood? I've loaded this PSP to not to the max because I have plenty of space. I have a 1 terabyte card in there, but it's definitely filled with a lot of stuff in it. So what I wanted to do was play something that was new to me but familiar. So Final Fantasy IV, for those who don't know, is my favorite Final Fantasy game. I don't know if I'll play the whole game on stream, like from start to finish, you know, but I'm gonna at least try to give it a shot to see how far I can get. And this game in particular, the complete collection, has Final Fantasy IV in it, and then it has like an interlude story, and then it has the after years. I'm not gonna play the entire game. I've already played the first game. I've already played Final Fantasy IV a bunch, but the interlude is like the story between the story, and then the after years is like what happens afterwards. And those are games that I've never finished myself, so we'll see. We'll see how far I get, right? And yeah, I'm playing on a PSP. I'm upscaling to 4K, even though it doesn't look like it. I'm using a profile designed by Mr. Morrow. He's like the mobile guy. And he designed his profile for sharp pixels, so everything's gonna look nice and sharp. We are playing on a PS TV, which has a PSP built into it. So that's why I'm able to get everything nice and cool. Oh, what's up, Suppression? I don't know why that warning was in Japanese. That's actually concerning. It shouldn't be in Japanese. It should be in English. I guess we'll find out real soon. We'll check out this cool intro. So yeah, this is the intro for the after years in particular. I like the remix of the moon music, which is really cool. I'm gonna be playing this with the new album, the remixed album. This is what we're missing when they did the pixel remasters, by the way. And that's Cecil and Rosa, and they actually had a baby. Happy ending in a Final Fantasy game. He grows up to be one of the pilots, apparently. The music's really loud. Of course, Young has a daughter. Young is teaching his child how to punch things. I don't recognize him. I think that's the Bard. You Spoony Bard. And then of course we got Palom and Parom. The coolest ninja in the business. Everybody's favorite, Rydia, of course. Can't be cool unless you're a dragoon. Yeah, they got unfrozen though. They were saved eventually. Spoilers. Spoilers for the original Final Fantasy IV. They died, but they came back. Oh, turning the stone doesn't mean you're dead. It just means you're stone. Alright, so the whole game's on here. It's got everything on it. I'm not going to be playing Final Fantasy IV, like I said. Do I even have a save file on here? I have like a basic save file. So we're going to play the Interlude. I think the Interlude is like an hour-long thing. It's not even all that long. Maybe a couple hours, because the After Years is the real thing. I found it. A new form? What does that mean? Who's there? You cannot comprehend my existence, but still I will tell you. Who are you? Wake up, so maybe he's dreaming? He's probably dreaming. Are you alright? You were floating about like you were having some terrible nightmare. It was nothing. Ceremony to celebrate the reconstruction of Damcion. I forget exactly what it was called before. You should really be going. Red Wings are ready. So that, yeah, even though he's like the king now, even though he saved the world, he's still sleeping in like this little room. Let me check my menu. Alright. Do we have anything at all? Oh, you got the whole complement of white magic, that's good. And then Cecil's got the basic white magic. What you got? Sages, Miter. He's got basic mithril stuff? Really? That's it? After he saved the world? We're gonna do weight, battle speed. The smaller the number, the faster the battle speed. Okay. Keep dash on. We want the arrangement, we want the active time battle. Set whether you like to able to switch characters' turns during battle. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Change the order in which characters take turns by pressing triangle. Yeah, that's good. And it changed my color a little. I always change my color a little bit. We're gonna go extra blue. And they have patterns and stuff. Oh, like, that's not patterns, that's just like different gradients. Do you ever know the friggin' monster that like picked the RGB like rainbow colors? Like just the most garish. Oh, they got different oh, they have a chocobo. Yeah, I think I'll just keep it. Oh, this one's nice. I think this one has a bit of class to it. Confirm button. Set the function of the L button. Use the L button to talk and investigate things in the field. Okay. Menu button, dash button. Okay. I think we're good. Ooh, you can change your character. You can change who you're walking with. How cool is that? Can I like search these things? They got me like searching the castle for all those secret entryways. For those who know, man, you guys know about those secret entryways. Can I save like out here? Today we celebrate the rebuilding of Damcion. I can't wait to see the new castle they've built. I wasn't dozing off, sir. We will do our best to ensure that peace never ends. Save your progress. Okay, this is their save point. There it is. We found the save. Okay, so I have an old save file, but this is not my save file. This is definitely not my save file, so I'm gonna save. I think this is my friend's old save file. You know what? I'm just gonna save over it. 'Cause why not? We know what happens. I think I have a backup of it anyway if I really wanted it. This is my save file now. No problems. Alright, great. Glad to hear it. They kept the same layout of the castle, which is kind of cool. And of course you can dry ether, 4800 gil, and a tent. The Red Wings are all assembled and waiting your orders in front of the castle. Okay. Especially in times of peace that we must not neglect our prayers. You know, the only thing I've never understood about the White Mages is that, like, I guess they're supposed to be kind of like nuns. I mean, they're healers, right? But they imply, and white magic includes the spell holy, but they never really like outright say that the white mages are like religious or anything. They just sort of like, they have healing magic and they also have holy, and they can like cleanse zombies and dead things. My goal is the peaceful use of magic. It is doubtless the crystals grant us great powers. If only I had the same gift as Lord Palom. But yeah, like, it's always a bit, like, the black mages look like the way they do, and then the white mages look the way they do, and then kind of makes you wonder, you know, what the deal is. Today we celebrate the founding. Hooray. It's been a year. So this is a year after the ending of... This is a year after the ending of the first game. So after you save the world, come back from the moon, everything is fine now, and we're back to business. Where is Sir Kane? We'll continue to search for survivors. There's still so much to do. What? Like, there used to be like little secret pathways in these castles, and I don't remember where they are now. I wonder if they kept them. That Biggs has been going all out since he was appointed vice captain. I've heard that the wind has become strong since the two moons became one. Okay. Oh, we have one moon now. Oh, that's news to me. I don't know that happened at the end of the first game. So the moons have combined to make one moon. Alright. Where's King Edward? Every time I look at the endless sky, I think the heavens of the war is finally over. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna take the airplane. Oh, what's good, Sid? You're late, Cecil. You've been ready and raring to go for ages. You're gonna fall behind the Enterprise, so you go ahead into Damascene. Okay. Needn't worry, my liege. Alright, we're ready for anything, apparently. Vice Captain Biggs is like a demon when it comes to training. Preparations complete, sir. What do you think of the Red Wings? We try to keep standards up. Word. Alright, well, let's go then. Yeah, let's just go. What are we doing? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? I don't know where we're going to. I'll let y'all lead the way. Oh, there you go. It's the title scene. Is that the whole interlude? Oh, Rydia's back at the Fame Arch. Really? What's she doing down here? What you doing down here hanging out with all the summons? I love you, Rydia. Do you love me too? No, I'm sorry, I don't. Talk to me. Come play with us. Are you alright? Time flows differently here. Yes, I know. Alarm clock. Phoenix down. What does the homie Rydia have? Does she have any items I can equip? I guess not. I can't open the menu with her. I saw a strange human the other day. He was really quick on his feet, and I think he was looking for you. Oh, we're looking for Edge? What is the human world like anyway? I'm not usually interested in humans, but I'm concerned about the fate of Rydia's hometown. No, I don't want to quit. Uh-oh. I need to set something about the, okay. There we go. It is said that some summons yet unknown to any exist in the world. Ifrit. His flames are said to burn all things to ashes. Titan, the great giant who rends the very earth asunder. Ramo, a seemingly magnanimous old man. His anger calls forth great clouds of darkness. Shiva, those rile her angle shall be the very heart's frozen. So the humble chocobo, when it comes to looking cute and fleeing from battle. The history of the Feymarch extends back to times long before the worlds of humans. A cave connects this world to the humans' realm. Only those strong of will body can endure it. Summoning the art of calling forth eidolons. Oh, they call them eidolons in this game. I forgot about that. I think that was... I don't know if they were always eidolons. Eidolons is like the term that they use in FF9, but I don't remember if that was like the canon name for FF4 summons at first. I'm pretty sure in the original, like, well, at least in the original English, could have been different in the Japanese. They basically just call them summons. The golden rule of the Feymarch. Strength lies in a just heart. One shall not acquire power unless one's inner strength is fully realized. The sylphs, they pool their forces. Yep, I know the sylphs. Odin, of course. Zantetsuken. His only loss in battle occurred when lightning struck the massive sword. That's the hint that you need to beat him. The Eidolon King, the proud and seemingly invisible leader of the Feymarch, master of the northern oceans. That's Leviathan. Ashura, queen of the Feymarch. I guess you can say Feymarch. The two moons. It is said that there was only one moon in the long gone days of yore. That's new to me. Bahamut, he whose power transcends that of the Eidolon King. If anyone ever manages to defeat the invincible Bahamut in battle, it will have been done only by turning his unfathomable power against him. Once a great whale from the moon came to visit. Eidolon's monsters, where did they come from? Through the use of the bestiary, even those monsters whose Liber cannot discern shall be fully revealed. You weren't born here? Chamber of the Eidolon King. Ah, Rydia, something's coming. I fear trouble stirs in the human world again. Well, thanks for the heads up, I guess. I wonder what's gonna happen. Alright, well, how do we get out? Where's the door? There it is. What do you want me to do with Rydia? Who am I supposed to talk to? Armorer. Just forget about the human world. Stay here with us. They really like her. She even has like a little heart clip on her hair. How cute. What's good, homie? I sure wish you'd summon me someday. I guess that's a point, yeah. For Rydia to like summon them from the Feymarch. You would probably have to pull them directly from here. It's kind of funny. Just forget about the human world. Everybody says the same stuff. Okay. I guess I gotta go find Edge, or Edge has to find me. Here's the, oh, here's the end. I wish I looked like you. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Kodak Black. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Oh, treasure chest. Phoenix down. Okay. Oh, come on, homie. You don't love me that much. 5,000 gil. I don't know if I should be like getting this now. We're saving it for Yoichi, the elixir, dry ether, killer bow. Have you ever played Final Fantasy IV at all? Any variant of Final Fantasy IV? That's the queen. That's Asura. Welcome in, Sonic. Yeah, this is a sequel. This is the squeakle. You're not ever gonna leave us. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to. I'm leaving. Are you going somewhere, dear? Yes, today is the celebration of Dempsey's reconstruction. Perhaps it would be best for you to return to that world now, Radia. Perhaps that is where you truly belong. Queen Asura, please don't say that. The Fey March is every bit as my home as the human world. That was in 360? That was in 360. What you mean? What you mean, homie? I will. I'll be back before you know it. Anyway, I'm playing on a PSP right now. This is a PSP. This is a PS Vita. This is a PS TV. Did you do like a middle of the night stream? I did yesterday, yeah. Yesterday, I streamed 1440p just to test it out. I should be back to 4K on this one. Mic check, 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. I think we're back. Instant drop. Look at, man, what is going on with this thing? What are you doing, Twitch? You're killing me, brother. Yeah, it's just unstable. Average stream bitrate is too high. What is going on with this? At the moment I start, it's just instantly like way too high. Well, if you guys can hear my voice, say something. If not, I understand. Okay, are we normalizing or what? Also, why am I floating out there? I should be like right here. More centered, yeah? Yeah. Okay, I hope I did. You let me know. Let me know how I sound like. Because hopefully it's working. Oh, Rosa said, oh. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out real quick whether or not I'm still here. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll just keep playing like nothing's wrong. Okay, well, as I was saying before, I was so... man, I don't know what's going on with this thing. Can I do a full screen? I don't even know. Something's going on with the ingest, and it thinks it's too high quality. You already managed to catch up with us. Big full speed ahead, you slackers. There's no need to make it a race. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Please express our well wishes to King Edward and the rest of the Damsians. Yeah, we'll just keep moving. We'll keep moving best as we can. Please enjoy your visit. Please express our well wishes. We shall await you here. To think that all the great heroes of Save the World will be gathered in one room. Enterprise is such a beautiful ship. Behold. Okay, well, my live notification went, so we are now live again. I think. I hope. But the thing is, my internet keeps doing the dropout thing, so... I don't know. I actually don't know how stable it is. My Twitch inspector says everything's fine, but my OBS is not reporting it fine, so... Again, if anything's weird, or if you hear anything that's strange, or if you see anything that's strange, let me know, please. Because I'm going to be flagging all of this and giving it to the folks, the kind folks over at Twitch. Why King Cecil? Dun 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 dun. Bing bing. I wish that was the reason why. Sometimes things break, and I think it has to do with Twitch's ingest servers. I actually heard that some other people were kind of having some issues. Like earlier in the week, because they changed some configuration about how networking works with these new things, but I, being as cool as I am, set up the 1440p test, and now I'm back in my 4K, and I think Twitch is like confused about what I'm supposed to be having. Maybe I should have never done the 1440p test. I should have just stayed with my freaking 4K stuff like I was. So yeah, go figure, huh? But hopefully things are somewhat normalized now. Potion, okay. Owes reconstruction to both Baron and Fable. Thank you for your support, Majesties. Can I get that item? Used to be a way that you could like walk behind the walls. Yeah, you know, there was many years where I was doing this over Wi-Fi. Maybe not many years, at least 1 year where I was doing it over Wi-Fi with my desktop. But I went out of my way to run Cat5 cable from my computer to my router. So my router is like in the living room. So I bought a 100-foot Cat5 cable, wired it from my PC out to the location where the router is. And yeah, I thought I was good to go, but I guess not. But the thing is, I don't think it's my internet. Well, it could be my internet. I'm not going to completely rule out my internet. It could be my internet. It could be Comcast being a jerk. However, I have heard of some issues happening with some people's connections. So I'm more willing to blame Twitch in this instance. And I keep looking at my OBS to see what's going on, and it's like my bandwidth, even though it says I'm uploading with like 25,000 kilobits per second, it says red. So what's happening is my OBS is trying to compensate, and is attempting to keep things going. This is Final Fantasy 4.5. And then after this will be Final Fantasy 4 2. This takes 1 year. This happens 1 year after the events of Final Fantasy 4. Then there's the after years, which is after what happens in this game. Everyone's here. The whole crew is here. What's up? How you doing, Edward? Let's first express my unending gratitude for all my dear friends who have come here today. It is only thanks to your generous support that the Damsian can be restored to the best of the town you see before you. And so, to celebrate our reconstruction and show my appreciation, I would like to take this opportunity to get on with it already. Look at that. Look at that smarmy kid. You missed your candor. Let me dispense with the formalities. There's just one thing I'd like to say. We owe its revival to all of you. I'll never forget this debt. Edward is a king now. He used to be a bard, but now he's a king. We must enjoy this rare time together and with such dear friends. Let's have a party. I am the king. Are Rydia and Edge not coming? They said they would. I suppose they'll show up sooner or later. You must be right. What have you done with the crystal? Of course you'd be the first to notice. Well, you have completely opened the castle to the public. Don't worry, my friend. I have thought of everything. He's hiding the crystal in the back room. A hidden door. Uh-oh. The crystal will be safe in there. Oh, forgive me. I was just lost for thought. Elder. Edward has become a fine young man. Oh, say what? They make it so that the D-pad, like, controls your speech. Has she been unwell? I hope not. Just what you expect from Edward, huh? His castle is full of friendly folks. Yang. What's wrong, Yang? Something bothering you? Oh, it's nothing. There should be food here. Okay, I'm gonna jump in your. Oh, let's go check out the crystal room. Let's see what's going on in here. It is a nice room. Nice and polished. Very shiny. The fire crystal. We should go back. Already? Just let me check it out. Are you serious? We finally get to see everyone and you just want to stare at a stone? Was this Final Fantasy 3 in the US? No, the Final Fantasy 3 initially never came out. In America, we got Final Fantasy 1 on the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was the Famicom in Japan. Then, Final Fantasy 2 came out. We did not get that in America, which was a sequel, different story, different characters. Then, Final Fantasy 3 came out. We did not get that in America either. Final Fantasy 3, also on the Famicom, would have been on the NES, didn't happen. Then Final Fantasy 4 came out. That was on the Super Nintendo. It was going to be an NES game, a Famicom game, but they released it for the Super Famicom. In America, we got it as Final Fantasy 2. So Final Fantasy 2 in America on the Super Nintendo was actually Final Fantasy 4 in Japan. Then Japan released Final Fantasy 5 for the Super Famicom. We never got Super Final Fantasy 5. I don't know why. It just didn't happen. Then finally, Final Fantasy 6 came out in Japan on the Super Famicom, and then we got Final Fantasy 6 in America, but it was called Final Fantasy 3. So we got Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3, which was really Final Fantasy 1, 4, and 6. Eventually, Final Fantasy 7 came out for the PlayStation, and then everybody got Final Fantasy 7. Then everybody got Final Fantasy 8. Then everybody got Final Fantasy 9. While the PlayStation was out, that's when America first got America first got Final Fantasy V, if I'm not mistaken. Came in a collection. So those PlayStation ports, I believe, came with Final Fantasy 1 and 2. 2 being the one in Japan, not the 2 that is 4 in America. And then I believe there was a couple other ports. Eventually, it took a long time, but eventually America got proper ports of Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, which actually got a Nintendo DS port, if you can believe that. It was like a Nintendo DS remake, 3D remake that America got. And then, of course, we got remakes of Final Fantasy 4 because it sold well. Eventually, we got Final Fantasy 5, and so on. And then, you know, that by now all regions share the same numbering. So 4 is 4 everywhere, 2 is 2 everywhere, and so on and so forth. The pixel remasters are 1 through 6, and so that's just like we're starting over. But since then, we've had lots of different versions. We've had the Game Boy Advance version. We've had all the PSP versions. There were Steam versions that were before the remasters. There were cell phone mobile versions. There was Nintendo DS versions. Final Fantasy IV got a 3D version on Nintendo DS, the same as Final Fantasy III. Those two had 3D remakes, which is kind of cool. And then those eventually got ported to like iPad and Android and stuff like that. Basically, Square is not scared to re-release their stuff 100 times. But yeah, this is a sequel to what would have been Final Fantasy II in the US, better known as Final Fantasy IV. This was a complete collection. So this is Final Fantasy. This comes with Final Fantasy IV, formatted for the PSP. Then it has what I'm playing right now, which is Interlude. It's a story directly after the events of Final Fantasy IV. And then the third game on the package is Final Fantasy: The After Years, which is a direct sequel featuring, it's far in the future with Cecil's kids. I don't know much about it. I just know it's in the future. And it's after this one. So this collection on the PSP comes with 3 games. From what I understand, Interlude, what I'm playing right now, is pretty short. And then the actual sequel, After Years, is the one that's like super long. And that is a Final Fantasy lesson from your friendly neighborhood Dreamcast. Cybercoon. You're such a nag. Can I look at your fire crystal? It silently sheds its light. There you go. So it's likely that you played Final Fantasy II on the Super Nintendo. If you've ever played it at all. I'm assuming you played it. Uh-oh. What's this? Must have been my imagination. That's ominous. Excuse me, my lords, my ladies. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we just received word of an incident on Mount Hobbs. Oh no. What was that? Tell us everything. On the lookout of Mount Hobbs. Our lookout at Mount Hobbs sent us a message. He reported finding a group of Fabulian monks beaten and unconscious. Oh, yeah. I must go at once. You sure you should go alone? Nah, homie, you should bring the... Yeah, come on, let me go. Let's go. I got a sword, bro. I have a bad feeling about this. I will go too. I am in your debt again, friends. Alright, King, this is your kingdom. Hi, Monkey Young. Oh, so he got upgraded. Are you guys gonna stay here? You old guys are gonna need us too. I'm sure Cecil and others can handle everything. Yeah. What could have happened at Mount Hobbs? The more you know. Oh yeah, I forgot to play the sound effect. My bad. Don't worry, I'll polish off all this fancy grub in your place. Yeah, see, I want food. Troy and... Oh, they got the ladies from Troya here. Mount Hobbs marks the border between Fabul and the kingdom of Damcion. Even if you're the legendary heroes of the previous war, you mustn't be lax in your preparations. What'd you say? Please use the equipment. Okay, well, I already stole it, so... Can you give me the stuff, please? Can you like... Do I have anything good? Oh, she got the arrows though. They just straight up gave her the arrows. Those arrows I stole from over there, I already have them. I just get to keep them. Rydia picks them up and I just get to keep them. Word? I'll take that. Give me the stuff. Yeah, give me the stuff. So what was cool about the music in this game? Everybody knows the famous composer of Final Fantasy, the one, the only, Nobuo Uematsu. All right, let's hear a round of applause for Nobuo in the chat. Let's go. Nobuo the GOAT. I've had the opportunity and the pleasure to meet Mr. Uematsu twice in my life. Once was at the end of a concert, and once was at the beginning of a concert. But it was 2 different times in my life. I got him to sign my copies of Final Fantasy Legend on the Game Boy, which is very fun. And then I met him in person and shook his hand at a MagFest. He was there with his homies, the Earthbound Papas, when he was still touring. The man is 72 years old now. I checked. He's an old man. He's getting old, and I'm getting really concerned about him. I don't think he's gonna die anytime soon, but you know, 72 years old, that's grandpa age. Anyway, I appreciate him. I respect him. His music's great. He apparently was self-taught, which is kind of a big deal. I learned from a friend who was a musician friend several years ago. He and I got to talking about music. He plays music. He plays several instruments. He's actually like the leader of a band. And I was talking to him in my teen years. And somehow, I don't know, somehow, some way, we started talking about Final Fantasy. I don't know why he was familiar with Final Fantasy. I'll never know. But he appreciated the music from the game specifically. And the thing that he was most like hooked on, impressed with, was the fact that Uematsu, particularly in this game, composed using a musical technique called the circle of fifths. And for like, he's like, yeah, circle of fifths, man. This guy's a genius. He wrote these tunes and they're infinitely replayable. Like he had nothing but praise. A man who had never played the game but had heard the music, I guess presumably because his son or something at the time was playing the music, and he tuned in on what the musical moves that Nobuo was doing, and that was the one thing that like legitimately impressed him. The fact that the circle of fifths was being used. So obviously I looked it up. Yeah, it's a way of writing music and stuff. But he used it, according to him, Uematsu used it masterfully to the point where you wouldn't even notice that that the music was looping. And it's true. The music is like infinitely loopable to the point where it's like, yeah, man, it never gets old. You know, you hear the music, but it never gets old. Are you riding the other plane? Oh, Sid. They appear in top form, Lady Porom. We went to meet, escort them to the castle. So anyway, I figured I would mention that was a thing. And so I've always, ever since then, that's when I realized, oh yeah, man, this man's probably a genius. And since then, he's made thousands of tracks. Are we supposed to leave? Okay, I guess we're supposed to just walk over to the mountain. No, I would not like to use a tent. Is there a map? There's supposed to be a map. Well, we're gonna go ahead and save while we're here. I went through a lot of cutscene. Went through a lot of cutscene to not save. There goes a battle. Oh, we get to go first? Alright, let's go. Oh, we're destroying these fools. Where's Mount Fabul? Is it north of us? They said it's on the border. It's obviously not over here. Rest easy, your majesties. Everything is under control. Alright, so it's not here. I think it's to the left. Oh, we got the homies to kill? I'm gonna have to buy more arrows. Does she have holy? I don't think she does. How much let her pray? I don't want her to waste those arrows. This is the one they made an anime of? I don't know, actually. Oh, wait. I know what you're talking about. No, actually. That anime that you're referencing, I think it was called, like, Crystal Travelers or something like that. That was actually a unique story. It was not based on any of the games. They made up their own characters, like, yeah. I know what you're talking about, and it's not based on any existing characters. Of course they had chocobos and all that other stuff in it, but it's not it wasn't a thing. I think it came out probably around, if I'm not mistaken, I think it came out like around 96. So it's likely that that's what you're talking about. If I'm right, let me know. Hey. I think if he kicks it does like a group attack, right? It's been a long time. Yeah, I think he kicks everybody. So hold on. Keep. Save. What is it called? Yeah, I'm dropping frames like crazy, brother. I don't know. I'm not actually dropping the frames, though. That's the problem. That anime was called Unlimited. There you go. And Unlimited came out 2001, 2002. Final Fantasy Unlimited. And I remember the cover art. Now, since Unlimited, they've made lots of different shows. Yeah, it was just an OVA. An OVA, the concept. Are you familiar with the concept of an OVA? If you're not familiar, OVA stands for, well, OAV is also how it's spelled. In Japan, for some reason, they call it OVA. An OVA or an OAV is an original animation version. Or an original version animation. And OVAs are typically one-off animation projects. Not full sequels, not full movies. It's something in between a full-on anime or a movie. You're talking about Final Fantasy Unlimited? What are you talking about? Was there an anime for FF4? Maybe you can teach me, because I don't know what you're talking about. But if that's what you're talking about, it's likely that it was something like that. I wasn't aware of an FF4 anime, but I mean, maybe there is. The problem is there's been so much friggin' like associated stuff with this series, with this series of games. It gets hard to remember all of it. Alright, so I guess it's not here. I guess we're going to the right then. It's off to the far right. I could have sworn there was a map. It was called Legend of the Crystals. Okay, yeah, then I think that might be the one where I was thinking of that was like set in 96. Right? Am I right? Why is there shimmering on this? There shouldn't be any shimmering. Give me 1 second. Hold on. It was based on 5. Okay, that sounds more like it. So what's the PSP? What is the PSP resolution? 480 by 272, right? There's 2 pixels on top and bottom that get cut off, right? I'm just curious to see if there's anything I can do here to make it so it doesn't LCD blending? I shouldn't do it though. Alright, I'm curious. Let's see what happens if I just do a vertical crop. Holy crap, no thank you. Nope. Nope. Autofill. Proportional freeform. I guess that's it, right? Because otherwise, this is the one where it just has shimmering. So what I'm looking at is the mountains in the background. You see those mountains off to the right? Those mountains are doing a weird thing where it's appearing like it's shaking, you know, which is not ideal. You can kind of see like lines in it. So we're just gonna do reset the profile. This should in theory be the best sharpness for this particular setup, but I was wondering why the mountains were shimmering. You can kind of see like the shimmer in it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with it. Seems like the number of monster attacks is increasing again. Be careful in the field. Well, definitely. Look at that. There's a freaking entire skeleton right here. They're everywhere. Yeah, this full-on like skeletons just running around with these huge bones. Yeah, see, she's got the Yoichi bow, but I think every time she uses a thing, yeah, she actually uses those. I don't want to waste those arrows on regular enemies, because if I do that, then she's not going to be able to like actually attack later bosses. So I'd rather just have her as a dedicated healer until I need her to actually attack. I can't easily replace those arrows. Even though I stole them with Rydia. Yang is playing strong. He can just freaking attack every single enemy at once without like breaking a sweat at all. So did you watch that anime when you were growing up? Because I do remember it, and I can distinctly picture in my mind like the cover. Are you gonna explode? There he goes. Right on cue. But I don't think that the actual characters were exactly the same, or were they? Were the characters actually the same? fool's messing him up. All this work to try to get a treasure chest in the top right corner. I'll just cure you. Well, these enemies are kind of a nuisance. Oh, you actually bought it? Yeah, that's sick. It's pretty cool. Cottage. Still have a working VCR at your house? I watched the unlimited one too, and that was something else. Yeah, when you said anime, like I was thinking like, what anime were there? And the fact of the matter is, like, the Final Fantasy series has had a ton of anime now. Like they made special animations for Final Fantasy 15. Like they did like a whole thing for it. I'm almost certain they did something similar for Final Fantasy 16 when it came out. I'm pretty sure they had animation projects for Final Fantasy 14 stuff. And then of course they have like the original works, Final Fantasy Unlimited, and then the other one that you mentioned, the Crystal one. Which the Crystal one I think is the classic one that I remember seeing in like video rental stores and stuff back when we had those. And then, of course, you've got all the 3D projects, right? All the various permutations of Final Fantasy VII stuff, like the Advent Children and the various re-releases of that, and then the Final Fantasy movie, which that was a whole thing, the 3D CGI movie that was supposed to like revolutionize realism and 3D graphics, but really just was a bad financial bet for Square Enix. A bud gave you the combo VHS DVD burner thing, new old stock. Like recently? Like nowadays? Like this week or something? Are you gonna burn DVDs? That's kind of cool though. That's a good buddy. Alright. Don't mess her up. That's a good guy, bud. So you have a CRT then to go with that VHS player? From the sound of it? We got a bunch of turtles come up behind us. What's up with that? This turtle's attacking fast, too. Holy arrows! How many? 10. Okay, fine. I can make use of those. Your homies are dead. You alright? They're still breathing. We need healing! Cast Kira. Rosa. Get up, fools. What happened here? Master, your wife, Queen Sheila, has... Oh no, is she dead? We were on our way to Damsiam to inform you when we were ambushed. What's going on here? You still fight? Of course. Oh, that's cool. A little 3D effect. Do you see that? Dad bomb? What is this? Oh my god, he's huge. It does component, and you got a converter thing. All right, that's sick. That's sick. We like this. What, you missed? Got a converter thing. Tell me what it is. Why do you keep missing? What's going on here? Oh, we're dead. Oh, you broke up into little pieces. Oh, shoot. Well, I couldn't see what he had, so that sucks. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about the bestiary. That was a waste of an arrow, but I'll take it. I'll return to Fabula Cecil. You should head back to Damsion. We're all worried about Sheila. And maybe it will help with my white magic. Then let's be going. We got 2 monks. Say hi to the 2 monks. I remember fighting a boss here. Alright, there's a save point there. Do I even have enough tent? I got a tent, right? Bam, bam, bam. The question is, if I do that, is it a fresh bestiary or is the bestiary shared? Okay, so I don't actually have to, like, scan them. They just tell me what they got. Where's the dad bod? There's a demon wall. Dad bomb. There it is. It's weak against dark. Dad bomb is such a funny name for a freaking enemy. Okay, so I don't actually have to scan the monster. I can just fight it and it'll give me the information. Is that how it's supposed to work? If that's the case, then fine. I'll take that. There's a remedy. So, it's pretty buffered. You can't hear me. Okay, I'm gonna type out this message now. Which is doing something whack. I'm not sure what, but here we are. So I'm done typing. This is my last message. Keep track of this to determine how far behind you are. Okay, so when you see that message, keep track of it until I'm talking. It's chopping up, and I think I'm like watching your video 5 minutes in the past. It's possible. It's possible that you're watching my video 5 minutes in the past. And I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. It's my freaking Twitch is just killing me. I'm literally dying. It's my broadcast is experiencing a very large delay. Okay, so I put in a report on my thing. You'll send me a 1 when you see it in the vid. Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on. I wish I could tell you just like to restart the stream and it should catch you up, but like I'm looking at my internet, I'm not dropping frames per se. I'm just incredibly delayed. And I don't know if it's because of my internet. I don't know if it's, I mean, I restarted my router too. When I stopped earlier, I restarted my router, I restarted my PC. So I'm not quite sure what, if anything, is causing this issue, but yeah, it's not ideal, to say the least. Why does it look that way? But you know, we'll deal with it, I guess. Okay, so yeah, you're probably, I think you're right. You're probably like a good one minute. Probably a good 1.5 minute delay. If I had to guess.
You've got a secret bonus point.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm definitely talking to you in the past. But, you know, we're here, I guess. We're here for now, and I don't know what else to tell you. That's all we can do. Holy crap, why you hit him so freaking hard? Yang's getting destroyed. Okay, I guess I'm just not gonna see. Yeah, he's definitely getting bullied. We got a healing staff. Yeah, man, I wish I could tell you. Like I said, I've heard stories of like Twitch as being goofy with the ingest server, and I haven't done any major changes to my stream. So, like I said, yesterday was just fine. Yesterday was perfect, in fact, but it was set for 1440p, and now it's just constant network congestion. I'm gonna have to like upload my, after the stream is done, I'm gonna have to like upload my OBS log to the Discord server. But yeah, man, this is pretty rough. Thanks for hanging out for as long as you did, though. I do appreciate that. Let me see if I can go to my log files right now. Let me see if I can't make sense of this. What's today? 4. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post about this now and see if they can't work on it. Beta support. There we go. Drop this log in there. That's a log. Drop this log in there. that's also a log. Yeah. Okay, and then my explanation. Oops. Currently streaming. Experiencing a ton of what appears to be network delay. OBS isn't reporting any frames, but it's basically been like this the entire night. Take a screen cap. I'll just do a Twitch inspector. Not sure if it's me or the ingest server, but I did restart my router modem after the first signs of trouble. It just hasn't been stable now. Yesterday it was fine for the today at 4K, things are falling apart. Okay, hopefully someone in the Discord. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if this helps things. I'm still in Atlanta. I don't know, man. I just suspect that there's something wrong with the servers, and I'm not entirely sure what. I'm hoping that the logs will have information, but honestly, like, it ain't looking good. Kind of sucks, man. I kind of, you know, if it's gonna be this way, I wanted to have a good recording. I'm going to hope and pray that the recording is fine, but the problem is it's in a million chunks now because of all the disconnects I've had to do. So yeah. Trying to catch up, introducing a huge delay on the stream, like over a minute worth. Yeah, this is goofy. I don't know, brother. I haven't. I don't know, man. I want to keep playing. I do, but I also don't want to have like a incredibly hugely delayed stream. Oh well. I guess I'll just keep moving. I got ambushed. $4.99. She learned to spell. There's so many enemies. How much magic does she have? Probably should have bought the better sword, huh? Golly, dude. This guy's hit like a truck. I was gonna run. Oh, you dropped money. Have to fight every single friggin' enemy. What did I get? Headband. Bandana that prevents confuse. Up the attack but lowers my defense. No thank you. Hey Tenderguns, I'm apologizing in advance because I think something's up with my internet and I don't know what's going on. If you can hear my voice and want to stick around, just know that there's probably going to be a lot of lag. So I apologize for that. But otherwise, welcome in. Okay, cool. Yeah, the problem is that I think there's something wrong with the Twitch ingest server. It's taking my stream and delaying it very badly. So you will probably, over time, the stream will probably drift in terms of what I'm saying in real time and what you're hearing based on the recording. So it probably won't feel as on point as it normally does. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's doing it, but this is the cards I was dealt today, so we're just gonna keep moving. I am playing Final Fantasy IV on the PSP, but this is Final Fantasy the Interlude story, which is an in-between story between the end of Final Fantasy IV and the sequel, which is called the Final Fantasy IV The After Years. I don't know why they did this. They wanted a new story, I guess, so they wrote a new one and they released it on the PSP. So I'm playing on a PSTV right now, which is basically a set-top PS Vita without a screen, and it also has the ability to perfectly play PSP games because it has the hardware inside of it to do it. So I can emulate the PSP BIOS. It's not really emulating because it's kind of built in. And so I'm playing a PSP game right now. And then, but I also have a bunch of PSP Vita games as well loaded onto this thing. But since this is the first, I spent a lot of time setting this thing up, getting everything installed just the way I like it, you know, trying to tweak it, and I wanted it to be right. And I'm at the point now where I think it's right. However, now I'm being dealt problems with streaming issues, so that's fantastic, right? Right now, it seems like everything's okay, I guess. But it's still occasionally doing the thing where it's like trying to lower my bandwidth. But yeah, you know, it's funny. I'm not gonna say there's not a lot of games. There are a lot of games on the PSP. And by extension, there is also a pretty good amount of games on the PSP Vita. Sony would have you believe that the PSP Vita was actually a failure. Because they only sold so many millions. The PSP did a lot better. And there are lots of games for both. However, for some reason, the PSP Vita, while it had a fair share of games, it was kind of overshadowed by the PS4's release. The PS4 came out and everybody wanted one of those. And even though the PS Vita was able to connect to a PS3 and a PS4 for various functions, and use both of their controllers actually, which is kind of interesting, the Vita did not see as much wide adoption because people wanted the PS4. And also there's healthy competition from like Nintendo and stuff. You know Nintendo always be competing. So yeah, like the PSTV was like an interesting like in-between thing. I guess they had a bunch of leftover Vita parts and they wanted to use them all up, so they released these little cool, it's tiny, like this thing, when I say it's like the size of a credit card, it's about the size of the thickness is like a Motorola Razr. I don't know if you've ever seen a Motorola Razr in person. It's like that size thickness, but the actual footprint of it is like the size of a credit card. And it has all the Vita hardware in it, which is pretty neat. With an HDMI port and USB for controllers. It even has an Ethernet port, which is kind of cool. So that's what I'm using to play and stream this. I'm capturing it. But this came out circa the PS3. So it has a lot of the same issues that the PS3 had. Which is to say, the biggest thing is it has HD copyright built into the hardware. So if you try to capture a PSTV, like how you capture a PS3, over HDMI, they both have problems where capture cards will not be able to capture it. So you need some way of circumventing that. And there's some companies that sell dongles and splitters that let you strip the HD copyright protection, and so that's why you're able to see this game as clearly as you are. It's being captured digitally, HDMI, high quality. And I think I'm upscaling it to 4K right now, so you're seeing it technically speaking in 4K at a native 4K resolution. I'm not just blowing it up in OBS. It's actually being caught in high quality. So like I said, the PSTV came out at the same time as the PS3, and both of them were designed around HDCP without any way of turning it off. I guess they didn't want people to record the games or something, I don't know. PS4, of course, also had HDCP, but it had a toggle in the options menu to let you turn it off. Same as the PS5. You can capture on the PS5, but you have to go into the menu, the HDMI menu, and turn it off there so that you can actually capture it. Which you know, Derf Sonic, because you have a PS5 and you streamed from it before. But yeah, the PSTV and the PS3 both have it at the hardware level. And I don't know why. It's annoying, if you're gonna ask me. How's my wife? Your heir should be born at any... Oh, okay, so she's not dead. Go see your kid. There's nothing I can do for her now. What are you talking about? She's pregnant. Until the babe is born, I will busy myself training the acolyte. Are you serious, dude? What a moron. Don't you want to be there for your wife? Blu-ray got to be protected at all costs. So it's funny you say that. When I got a, I have two PS3s right now. I'm probably gonna sell one. I got the PS3 that I got from launch, and then I recently bought a PS3 about a year ago from Japan. It's a Japanese PS3. It came with a terabyte drive on it, and my intent was to load a bunch of games onto it. And when I got it, I was doing tests with it, and I was trying to see how much I could upscale it using my RetroTink to see if I can get it to 4K. And the RetroTink actually respects the HD copyright, right? So yeah, it's supposed to stop you from recording. But what I did, because 4K is such high resolution, and the RetroTink was able to do that, even though the RetroTink was protecting against copyright, it was still high quality enough that you could completely make out what you were watching anyway. Like, the quality was so high that the dithering, like the pattern that gets applied to it, it didn't matter because you could still see the video in crisp enough quality that it was fine. Which I thought was pretty funny. Let me buy a couple tents. I don't need that many tents. Maybe like 3. So much for copyright protection, right? Sure, we'll stay. I mean, I guess it makes sense. They don't want people copying their stuff. And the PSTV technically had a market where you could download TV shows. So maybe that was their thinking. But ain't nobody was gonna... Man, I don't know anybody who was gonna watch friggin' movies on a PlayStation TV. Like, come on, man. Who do you think we are? We're gamers, bro. We're not out here trying to... That's why Xbox got dunked. Fairy claws. That fire sword is stronger than what I got. I got a 1 to 4 repeater as well, and it seems to fix your issues. Yeah, there you go. That's what's up. You know what's up, bro. I know what you're talking about. I was there. Can I just remove it? There we go. Let me just buy some regular old arrows for her. Flame shield, flame mail. Ruby ring prevents pig. Resistant to ghoul attacks. Probably don't need either of them. Okay, it won't matter if it's a boy or girl. Any child in Master Yang's will be very strong. We've all been eagerly awaiting for the baby. Baby gotta get here. I always get Yang and Cyan mixed up. Yang is the name of the character in this game, the monk. And Cyan was the samurai-ish character in Final Fantasy VI. And part of the problem is when I was playing Final Fantasy VI for the first time, I named my Cyan character, I called him Yang. So, I guess, blame me for doing that, but... It's, something that I do. And so now, I combine the two in my mind. Yang is Yang, and Cyan is Yang as well. They both have a similar, like, energy, aura about them. They both have, like, the ponytail, except Yang is, like, straight up bald. Gonna, like, monk you up, beat you the crap up. Cyan is a samurai. He's got, like, swords and stuff, but he still has a... He kind of has, like, a thing going on with a ponytail. Oh, no. Oh, no, I didn't mean to go up there yet. There goes the baby. The baby's out. It is a very healthy little girl. A girl, my daughter. She's so small and light, but feel how warm she is. Well, yeah, she was just inside your wife. You've done it, Sheila. You've done it. Why didn't you even tell us you were expecting? I didn't wish to take you away from today. Man, look at this fool. Look at this idiot. Should have said something. Never changed, do you? I have something I'd like to ask of you. Would you consider being my daughter's godfather? Well, yeah, of course, we're here. Sure, why not? How about Ursula? That's a horrible name. What the kind of Cecil? What kind of crap are you on, bro? That's terrible. No, don't lie to his face. A very strong name, yeah, I guess. I think she'd like it. Well, I thought I was your godfather. Now I'm your uncle. Thank you, Cecil. You better not take the baby. They decided to fly over here. Things that serious? Falcon should be in the hands of the dwarves. How would you know the sound of the exact ship? I guess because he's a captain. What are you doing here? There's talk of monsters pouring out of the sealed cave. What? We dwarves can't beat them all on our own, so the elder told us to do whatever we could to help. Now we'll do the same. Do not forget me. You should stay here with your... Yeah, you got a kid, bro. What an ugly name. Ain't nothing to worry about, Pops. Alright, well, let's go, Rosa. She's gone white as a sheet. What is wrong with Rosa? Girl? Ba, ba, ba. I don't think you're fine. I think you're lying to me. Yeah. Well, she's got the bow. I guess she can keep the bow. It's probably fine. I wish you the best of luck. Secret wall. Spider silk. Elixir. Ether. Oh, we got the stash. Hermes sandals, what does that do? The audio is so bad. Alright, man. Sorry. I appreciate you hanging out, though. It's probably warbling, like I said, because it's trying to catch up, you know? I think at this rate I'm just going to end the stream. I don't know why it's doing this. Hopefully next time it'll be a little bit better. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to get to a point where I can save, probably outside the building, and then I'll try to pick up afterwards. But yeah, this ain't ideal, and I apologize. Nothing I can really do until I figure out what's going on with Twitch. Right tower. Why is his head so big? Sid's head is huge. He's like an astronaut. Look at this fool. You gonna split some stone with your bare hands? Oh boy. All right. Let's go ahead and save the game. All right. Go ahead and quit this game. I think with that, I'm done. So thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the connection issues. I'll have to look through what I could salvage from my stream. Until then, gonna head out. So thanks y'all for hanging out as long as you did. Appreciate y'all. Again, sorry for the issues. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. My internet is doing all sorts of spaghetti right now, so I don't know if it's the internet, I don't know if it's Twitch, but I don't feel like it's me, so I don't know why it's doing it. Anyway guys, take care, good night, talk to you later.